What's up, everyone? Got another good roll to go through with Owen. He's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, judo black belt as well. He's the head coach at Carson Gracie Hall. We always have really good rounds. I'm a little bit more of a guard player. Owen plays a really good top pressure game, and he's also very good at the stand-up as well. So it's a very scrambly match. A lot of defensive positions from me, lots of escaping. So let's have a little look. We're going to go through the full round, just general commentary, and I'm going to have a little look at two positions that we went through, and just have a little bit more talk in detail about them. So let's go. Okay. So always starting from standing when we got the space. You're going to see a bit of wrestling, bit of clinch work. He's got a nice underhook, so I'm just blocking the hips. Don't want him to get close. He's got good head position, so I'm going to try and get my head back to the inside. Now I've got good position, I use a push and a pull just to try and off balance him, but nothing happens there. Just going off the side of the screen, but I'm looking again to try and bring him round onto my inside trip. He anticipates me going for it again, and he managed to catch at my elbow, just pulls me off balance. Nice easy takedown. Into the closed guard. I'm just going to open up. I've got some energy at the beginning of the rounds, so I don't mind working under Owen's top pressure. It's extremely tiring keeping my frames in. I'm just looking at controlling the distance. So I'm trying to keep his shoulders nice and low, keep my knee line free. Goes around the back, I'd have to invert, and he's got the double unders. Now here, he does a really good job of getting hold of the head, kills my guard, gets his hands together, super tight, locks up on the leg, gives it a good bridge, and there she wrote. Really nice guillotine. So we stir it back up, starting the hand fight again, just going into the clinch, working my collar tie, trying to get a snap down, bit of push pull, trying to create opportunities for entries rather than just shooting without any distractions or movement. So I'm just pushing and pulling with a hand fight. Get a nice reaction here, but I wasn't quick enough to take advantage of the opening. Just carry on pummeling. As my arm comes through here, Owen just sees an opening, shoots a nice deep double leg. Struggled to sprawl on that, but I managed to keep my hooks in and try and build to my knees. Went for a bit of a snap down, trying to grab at the neck as I came up, but he did a good job with the body lock, flattens me out. Now this is where I start working defensively. Now Owen's really tight and he's got control of my knees, my inside knee, and he locks it off. So he's dominating the hips at the moment, but he's not dominating the chest to chest pressure. If I settle and let him have that chest to chest, I'm going to lose and I'm going to get my guard pass. So I keep trying to work to my side, just trying to keep Owen fighting with his upper limbs, keep my frames in place, keeping the inside position, just making him work while he's on top. Get good control of that arm and I'm on my side, so I managed to just start slipping my knee out. Owen does a good job of reading this, and he switches his hips just at the right moment, clears the legs. Now he's past my legs, but he's not got me flat. So I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to risk the back take, and I'm going to go through, trying to get control of that knee. Managed to just post it out, and I just managed to get back to half guard. All that work, and I'm just back in the same position. So here, working again from the back, managed to get my right knee inside of his hip, pushing him into close guard. So now I'm in a much better position to rest. I'm just trying to keep his posture down. Just trying to kind of recompose myself and get a nice angle. Owen breaking the grips, getting his posture back. Just go 2-on-1 on the wrist. Looking to pull him in with my knees, get a collar tie. This time he pulls through for the double unders again, but this time I'm a little bit more ready for him to go for the pass. So I keep my legs in front. I see an opportunity to pummel in. I go for the snap down, but he just takes me down, and then he gets hold of my chin. And then I'm back, even worse than I was before, in bottom side control. But I know that he wants that head and arm choke. So I set myself up for a nice escape here. I use the momentum of his entry just to knock him off balance and extract my knees through the center, through the middle of his legs to retain the guard. Again, a lot of pushing when I'm on the bottom, just trying to keep the distance, trying to keep the pressure off of me. Cuts a nice angle here, I have to react quickly. As he's coming in, I choose to try and pull him in with some grips, get him off balance, get him committed to me, but he does a nice job of just settling in back into my guard. A little bit of an entanglement here on the leg with a reverse de la Riva. Legs are locked in together, fighting with the upper body. Gets a double over grip on my legs. So I just scrape my hips out. As he comes in here, I get shin to shin. Get a nice entry there, but he just runs out the other side of it. I end up with my arms, we're off the screen here, but I end up with my arms just wrapped around his legs in a double leg. But I couldn't build my base up because my arms were committed to holding onto his legs. So I just kind of waited there for a bit and then tried to retain my guard. I don't think you can see, but I just managed to get back to Della here, and there's me gassing out on the floor. So let's have a little look at some interesting parts. So little sequence here. So I'm doing a nice job framing and keeping Owen's pressure off. He's keeping a low head position. I'm doing everything I can to just keep my back sliding away as he's driving for the double unders. But you're going to see here, as he throws that leg over, my left leg's going to get caught in his left arm. So right here, my left leg's caught in his left arm, and he manages to get a grip on my neck. So I don't have a good ability to extend my body here. So you'll see my guard's pretty useless here. My legs and my elbows are off the mat, and the only thing that's touching the mat right now are my hips. So I've got no real ability to move. I can just sit there. It's almost like a cradle, but he hasn't got his hands together. He's got one hand on the chin. As I fight this hand, I think, okay, at least I can stop his other hand coming in. So I try and deal with that. Maybe it'll help me get out later. But he just rips that grip out, goes over for the guillotine, but then he reads it nicely and he comes straight hand to hand. I try and grab the grip on neck, but at that point it was sunk in. He locks the leg up, gets a nice bridge. Very, very tight guillotine. Okay. Skip through and we'll just have a look at an escape that I managed to catch a little bit further on. Where are we at? Okay, here. So I know that Owen wants to go for the head and arm. It's a really strong move from side control to get under the elbow, open up the elbow as you drive to mount, and then get that arm trapped next to the head with a head and arm grip. And then you can go for your head and arm choke, or you can take the back, etc. So I anticipate this. You can't see right now, but my right hand is on the palm of my right hand is placed on Owen's hip. I know that he's going to drive over. He's already got his shin in place. He just needs to get his right arm under my elbow. And you'll see that he gets that here. Gets a crossface with his left. He's already moving his hips around. So the closer his hips are to mine and his head are to mine, the more off balance he is, because he's not in as much of a T position right now. Okay. I'm going to bridge as he drives over. So I'm going to bridge here off my right foot. Create a nice large space between my legs just in case I can catch this ankle. So the first thing I'm thinking is, can I actually catch this ankle? What I find is if I do catch the ankle, a lot of the time they just use the free foot to free it and then proceed with the attack. So what I've started to do now is go with the roll. I'm going to bring my both my legs together as I ride the momentum. I've got my right hand on his hip. His hips are elevated. You can see that he's moving in this direction. My top knee, my left knee, is already coming into my chest, and I just managed to get an elbow knee escape here. So at this moment, I know that I am out. All I have to do now is find a way to get both of my legs back in front of him, and also to clear my head of any danger. So as we come out of this position, you'll see my head's still in this position where it's underneath Owen's chest. I'm still in danger. I've got my hand on the hip. I've got both my legs between me and my opponent. All I need to do now is just clear that head. Fortunately, he just misses on that snap down on the way out, and I managed to get back to the guard. Okay, so let's have a little look at that just one more time all the way through. So here, as he drives across, I'm going to go with it, escape the top leg, both legs are in front, clear the head, and I'm straight away just trying to control the distance, put as many of my limbs in his way as possible. Right foot on the hip just so he has to clear it every time, pushed on the shoulder, and then it resumes. All right. Really, really good round. Lots of technical escapes, lots of heavy top pressure. Great passing from Owen. I think I did a good job just retaining my guard and escaping these positions. Um, Hopefully in the future I can get more offensive positions on Owen, but he's got a really, really good top pressure. It's very hard to get on top or underneath him. It's just going to have to be a work in progress. All right. So I'll try and upload another video. I'm going to get some more rounds filmed during this week. And then when I got a bit of time at the weekend, I'll go through them. If you guys want me to break anything down, if you want me to go over anything specific, if you like the video, if you want a different style of video, a little bit more technique or a little bit more in-depth breakdown, just let me know. If you like, comment and subscribe as well. Just help build an audience. And I'm just going to keep posting, all right? It's good to analyze your rolls. I'd highly recommend anyone out there training, film your rolls, watch them back, make some notes, and try and improve your game. Video feedback is one of the best things that I've utilized in my 7 or 8 years of trading. I've always filmed my rounds, I've always watched them back. I've always been thinking, what can I do to make myself better? And that's one of the key elements, okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye bye.